All right, and the last thing that we want to take a look at is the syllabus in the textbook here. So syllabus, if you go down right over here, it has a syllabus piece to it here. And so this is Math 64, C02, spring semester here. The book title is this right here. And in the previous video, you already saw that you have an ebook edition. If you do want to get a hard copy of the book, if that's just what you need, please go ahead and use this ISBN number right here, and you can look online for that textbook. You can probably find used copies on Amazon for very inexpensive as well, if you look at it here. So Arcadia Hungiva is the name. Office hours, I will put out a little survey. What will be the best time to hold office hours for this class? And once that is set up, then I'll give you a link for the class itself. My office number, and this is my cell phone number. I do give this out, but to please use this for emergencies only, like you're going to miss the midterm exam or something's happening on the final. That's a way to contact me. Otherwise, there's my email as well. Course description basically is that you have somehow passed 101, or you have entered this class based upon your counselor's suggestion. So what are we going to do in this course? We're going to do these 11 things right over here. I'm not going to go over them with you since you know them, but by the end of the semester, hopefully you do. There it is. Next thing is you noticed that you have a student learning outcome exam on the home page here. So what is that? Is college faculty here. Kind of we sat down and we thought about what are the four most basic components of this class, what are the essential things of the class. So you need to learn how to graph a line. You need to learn how to factor a trinomial, how to solve a rational equation, and solve a radical equation. If you can do those, you've got really the major essence of the class that you got here. So that is it. And there's something called institutional student outcomes. So if you've taken another class at West Coast College, it should fall under any one of these categories here. So communication competence, it's more like an English class or speech class. Critical thinking, more like maybe a history class. What we do is we fall under quantitative reasoning. So math and science reasoning right here, that's us. So attendance for the class, here it is. Very important. I bold it and underline it. So initially, you will need to email me on the first day of class stating that you want to stay in the class. Please do so. Just say, this is so-and-so. I'm in your Math 64 class online. I would like to stay in the class. It's the equivalent of actually coming the first day of class. So I can take roll. All right, the other thing you need to do is to complete the discussion board number 1, because I would like to get to know you. I read those here while you're in the class, while you're taking the class, about you. And then also sign up for the xyzhomework.com site. And that should be done by Wednesday. I do have to drop people very soon. So if you don't want to be in this class, drop yourself, please. And if you don't fulfill those 3 things, then I'll have to drop you by Thursday. All right, so in order to sign up for the xyzhomework.com site, you do need this 32446 number. That's the course ID number in order to get that. All right, throughout the course as well, the other time would be if you skip the midterm exam. That's very important, 25% of your grade already. So very important to make sure you're still keeping up with the class. So lectures, where are the lectures located here? So lectures are located on YouTube. I have recorded this class when I was doing a face-to-face class, so you'll have interaction with the students. But please do this here. You go to YouTube, you search for Math 4B. Math 4B, when you click on there, you're going to click on playlists, and you're going to hit Math 64 playlist. That's the one that you want. If you get it over there, it'll be good because all the lectures will be completely in order for you. And then you go from there. So please do that. There it is. Search for Math 4B. Click on Math 64 lectures. If you're not familiar with it, please have someone help you with it. So you'll have discussion boards. And notice what it is over here is I put Canvas on here. You'll have discussion boards on Canvas. Every 2 weeks or so, there'll be about 5 of them. And It's 20 points each. It's 10 points to present your own information and 5 points each when you reply to 2 other people in the class. The SLO exam, I'm thinking I might be able actually to do it on the xyzhomework.com site. I haven't switched over yet, so I'm going to still keep it on Canvas. But it is worth 100 points. It is 10% of your grade in the class. And again, as we talked about earlier, West Hills College math faculty got together, talked about what are the key components of this class, and that's what we did. There's a study guide. There will be a study guide distributed for it before the exam. All right, so where we're going to work the rest of the time is on the online homework site. The xyzhomework.com site is connected with the textbook. And you can click on it here. There's going to be a calendar there as well when you should do your homework here, or when it's due actually. And so chapter 0 is for practice purposes only. You don't need to do that. Use it only if you want to see how to input the answers, or if you want to just go back and look at some pre-algebra concepts. It is an optional chapter. You don't need to do that. All right, so but the homework starting in chapter 1 all the way through chapter 10, that is all required. The midterm exam, it is chapters 1 through 4, and it will cover most of the topics there. There's a study guide already in the files menu as seen in the previous video. Oh, we'll go to it actually. The final exam, yes, there's a study guide for that as well. And it's going to be online. It's an online exam. And let's go to that here. So files menu. I put study guides for both of them out already here. So if you click on the midterm, clicking on that, it'll come up. And if you print from this page, it's only going to print the screen. So I don't advise you to print, but click on this little download button right over here. And that will allow you to go download it. And then from there, you can open it with Acrobat Reader or Adobe Acrobat if you have that, and then print it out. But essentially, we're looking at chapter 1, major things from chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. So take that as the study guide, and then final does the same way. Click on that. You'll have all those little pieces there. Let me get back to the syllabus real quick here. And so a way to contact me, scroll down. If it's a question about the course, just email me. If you need asynchronous help, you can attend the office hours. That's the best way to do that here. Stuck on a homework question, you can post them to the forum. I'll check those sometimes to see how things are going, especially for students that are helping out other students. I really like to see that. All right, and we talked about this here. Office hours, I'll send a link, and we'll interact about 2 hours a week if need be. The drop date for this class is the 1st of May. If you think you're not going to pass the class, need to disenroll from the class, after that, I will have to give you a letter grade for the class. And the distribution of points here. So online homework is going to be worth 20% eventually at the end of the semester. The midterm is 25. Discussion boards are worth 20. The SLO exam 10, and the finals worth 25 for a total of 100% in the class. The grade scale is normal. And the other thing is, you do have to get a midterm and a final score of the average to be a 70. So let's say you score you score 65 on the midterm, you'd have to score 75 on the final to have your grade in the class, just to prevent people from just doing all the homework questions all the time, but then not having to really study it for the course exams. All right, conduct just means if you do something that is forbidden by school regulation or really disturbing to other people, will not be tolerated. I have an option to drop you if need be. All right, and then there's support services at West Hills College. There's a lot of them. If you think you need some support services, please look into those here, particularly if you have a disability, learning disability. Please look into the Disabled Student Program and Services, DSPS office. They will do a test for you and then provide you some accommodations. All right, and if you do that, please do that in the first 2 weeks so we can start accommodating in the process here. And the final disclosure for the syllabus, the instructor reserves the right to change any part of it in case there's going to be extreme emergencies, and that usually does not happen. All right, with all that said, that is the syllabus for the class.